know it's winter time? Yeah. Oh, I didn't see Mrs. Bottom over there. Mrs. Bottom, I think you guys are. Go blind in. Oh, Mr. Russo. Mr. Russo, go ahead. One there with them chillings. Hi, I see you guys. Oh, hi. Good. Where are you going? And Mr.
I got you, Nolan. You gonna help me? Hey, are you gonna help me? Don't touch. Don't touch. Here, I'll show you. Come here. Sit down. You wanna know where we look? We look right here. Can we see Mr. Nowatzki? We gotta see him. We gotta point us up. Where is he? Do you see him? We got to keep them there. All right, but once we get started, then I got to take over, okay, Nolan? Just keep those there. You see them? You see him right there? Is he waving at you? Oh, you lost him. All right, we got a couple more seconds, buddy, and then I got to take over, okay? Oh, we gotta hold those because that's what keeps it so it's safe. Okay? That's what keeps it safe. We gotta keep it tight. Okay, are they all tight? Oh, we don't do those. Alright, bud, now it's my turn, okay? You gotta come over this side. Over on this side, buddy. Huh? Thank you. Yeah. Make sure we stay spread out. Keep a row in between you guys. Try to keep a row in between if you can. Oh no. What do we got there, boys? Back. Work. This is flying right now, so no more. Okay? But camera time. Please don't do that. We're on right now. Yep. Put the marble away, boys.
All right, T-Birds, welcome to your ACE Award Assembly. We are going to get started here. And just a reminder, since we don't do many assemblies, I wanted to talk about like proper audience etiquette for an awards assembly. I know we're in a gymnasium and I know you're in a set of bleachers, but just a couple of things to keep in mind. When you're sitting as an audience member for an award ceremony, you want to make sure that you're not like laying back on the bleachers like you're watching a basketball game. You know, you want to sit up. You probably want to put your feet in the gutter of the bleachers, take them off the bleacher in front of you. You might say, well, that's not really that comfortable, but trust me, this ceremony just is not that long. So you'll make it. As the things are being presented, either by myself or by your teachers, you want to make sure to listen to the person that's presenting, and you don't want to talk to the person that's sitting next to you. And so speaking of that, if you're sitting right next to somebody, you do need to spread out a little bit more. I see some So maybe some girls over there that can spread out on the bleachers a little bit, and a little bit maybe down here, just kind of spread out a little bit. Okay, and then the other thing to remember is if you do get an award and you come down, we usually go over like shaking hands, right? Like there's a specific way you're supposed to accept an award where you like accept it with your left and you shake with your right, and we go over all those things, but not in that COVID year. You know, now we're telling you don't shake anyone's hand. And then if you come up and you accept, maybe just do the elbow bump or a virtual high five or something like that, okay? So just a couple of things. You're doing a fantastic job right now, so just keep doing what you're doing, okay? All right, so the ACE Awards is an opportunity to take a moment of time to recognize the excellence in academics and character that we have at Schrader Middle School. And before Mrs. Anderson and I announce the ACE Awards for quarter 2, and your team teachers will announce some more awards for their team members, I just would like to visit with you about how our school year has gone so far, and a little bit of a look at the second semester. So Friday, January 15th, marked the end of our first semester at Schrader Middle School. In your first year here, you've been asked to make some incredible adjustments to the way you go to school. And to your credit, you've risen to meet these expectations. The entire staff and I thank you for making the best of this unusual school year. And we continue to learn, actually, from you, how to be flexible, how to roll with the changes, and I stole that from a song, by the way, and make the best with what we are allowed to do, okay? When implementing procedures in response to our current global pandemic, it was not uncommon for me to ask your teachers, hey, how are the students doing in your team? And sometimes they would bring up concerns, and they talk about maybe students that they were concerned about, but more often than not, this was their response. Mr. Nowatzki, our 6th graders have been great. They understand that we need to do these things to be in school, so they adjust easily. Our 6th graders bring joy to my day. They are why I love teaching at Schrader. So on behalf of our entire staff, I just wanted to say thank you to you guys for a successful first semester. Okay, we have a lot of school year left. We are now in the 3rd quarter. And as we move forward into the 3rd quarter, I ask you to be aware of what we call the 3rd quarter slump. And that's what the staff and I call it. Maybe use different words for it, but it often sneaks up on students. It's not uncommon for you to be tired of school at this time of the year. So if you're feeling a little tired of being here, that's perfectly normal. Okay, you probably feel that way for a number of different reasons. Your schoolwork is getting a little bit harder, right? Because we're farther in the year. Okay, your teachers and your parents might be asking you to do more things, get a little more demanding. Okay. And of course we're in winter, and winter gets long, and it's cold, and sometimes it gets a little bit old. So that makes all the days drag on that much more. So as you're feeling this, it's normal, but I'm going to ask you, what are you going to do about it? Okay, and I'm going to challenge you that you can do something about it. You can choose your attitude. And you might ask, what do you mean, Mr. Nowatzki, what is choosing your attitude? Well, hear me out. In our lives, we do not have control of everything that happens to us. And for young people such as yourself, this can be especially true. But the one power we all possess is how we decide to think about things. Our thoughts we have about how we want to live our life are within our control. This is called choosing your attitude. So the attitude we choose has a direct impact on how our day will go. For example, if you wake up in the morning and you absolutely dread coming to school, you are very likely going to have a dreadful day. Okay? But if you wake up in the morning and you look forward to the challenges that a new school day can bring, and you look forward to taking on those challenges with your friends who are here with you, and a wonderful group of teachers that are standing off to my right, okay, your day is likely to be pretty great. So your attitude and how you decide to perceive what happens to you is the difference between having a dreadful day and having a great day. So here is hoping you have many great days during our next semester at Schrader Middle School. And now, on to our ACE Award winners. Okay, ACE stands for Academic and Character Excellence. And students who received this award were picked by their team teachers, this wonderful group to my right, for demonstrating the highest level of these qualities. So the T-Bird teams, we have actually 3 ACE Award winners. We have 2 that were chosen by the T-Bird teachers, and then we have 1 7th grader who happens to be a T-Bird that was chosen by your Falcons, the Allied Arts teachers. Okay? So will the following students please come down to receive their ACE Award from Mrs. Anderson? And just to build the suspense a little bit, we're going to do a drum roll for each winner. Can you guys do a drum roll for me? Oh, there you go. All right. Okay, our first T-Bird ACE Award winner is Ruby Erickson. Congratulations, Ruby. Okay, another drum roll, please. All right, your next ACE Award winner is Brody Schneider. Congratulations, Brody. All right, your third and final ACE Award winner, drum roll, please. Allie Wilhelmy. Congratulations, Allie. So while the 3 are up here, can we please have another round of applause for our ACE Award winners? Great job, guys. Can you take your seats? Excellent. All right, guys, go ahead. Yep. And now I'm going to turn the microphone over to somebody much more exciting than me. Here is your team teachers, T-Birds.
Thank you, appreciate it. If you guys have a U-Rock or an ACE, make sure that you stop by my classroom so I can get a quick picture right away. Yes? Okay, in this pocket is, okay,
You gotta see if you can.
this young lady works really hard. She is a very kind soul. She's an avid reader. I'm always looking for advice on reading novels. Have you read this one? And she usually does.
I gotta keep my foot there.
She's here early. She works really hard. I know she's in Sources of Strength as well, so I think I just gave it away, right, Avi? So come on down, Avi Johnson.
You see her? All right, do you see all the teachers? Are they all up in there?
My son did not do this rock, so it is straight. He insisted on helping last time. I did not accept
Okay,
his rocks,
got it.
but okay.
Oh,
Okay, I have another young lady. Let's see, I'm trying to find her.
Okay.
I'm just going to say
Now,
this,
my
I
turn
know
for a
she's
little bit, okay?
extremely
Good job.
afraid of hornets and bees and flying insects. And she also is a hard worker. And I always mispronounce her name on purpose. So Ella Lizimish-Muskoski. Ella Lizikoski. Good job, Ella.
All right, this started in December when we went online learning. He always showed up on time. Went in small groups, breakout rooms. He worked really hard in school with a great sense of humor, polite young man, and probably has the best handwriting I've ever seen in my life. This goes to Xavier Campos.
The first rock I'm presenting is somebody who's lucky enough to be in my radar time. This person does a great job every day. He comes in with a great attitude. He's always doing what he's supposed to. And he's just a great example of what we're looking for productive T-Birds and just great all-around 6 years. So this rock goes to Liam Wadlow. Alright, this next rock goes to another young man who's in my reading class. Many of the same things I said about Liam can also apply to this person. He does a very nice job of finding books he likes to read. He's a great classmate and a great T-Bird teammate to the rest of his class. So I'm gonna give this one to Tyson Van Dyke.
I just said to Ms. Spicer that I love it when you guys turn and you're so enthusiastic and excited for your peers when their name is announced. So thank you for having each other's backs that way. My first rock that I get to present is, well, let me tell you this. Some of you don't experience this a lot because maybe you have always been right here in Grand Forks. But from a person who I moved a few times and had to make new friends and figure out my place in a new location, and just figure out who I am. And we've been watching this young lady grow for a while, and we are just extremely pleased with what we've seen and how she handles herself and choices that she makes and how she's fitting in here, not only at Schrader, but in Grand Forks and just in the whole middle school and being a kind human being. So, Kaylin. Okay, and my next one that I am presenting is, this one happens to be a young man. And this young man has just the most wonderful sense of humor. There's always a quiet little giggle that comes from him, and he is like everybody's best friend. And again, hard worker, knows what he's supposed to do, and he's going to get the job done. But he also can sit back and have fun when it's time to have fun. So that serious side and the fun side, we love our Mo, don't we? Where's Mo? She is. She's involved in many things that spark her interest, while also still being able to handle herself as a growing middle schooler and being serious about how well she does and taking great pride in all of the wonderful things that she is learning and how she is putting herself into her work and her learning. And yeah, just being an all-around great person. And I think she was identified in first quarter as being one of our ACE recipients. So here you go, Jossie. All right, we have our final two rocks. They're both for a young lady. My first rock, she is very quiet, but she is one of the hardest workers, and everything she has done is done extremely well. She takes her time, it is done well, and she really is just a great example for working hard and doing your absolute best on everything. And this one's for Emma. And then my last rock. This is a young lady who is definitely not quiet. She has a very, very bubbly personality, but she can brighten any day. She's the first one to come in. Good morning, how are you? How's your day? And she is there, she is ready to roll, and she's ready to put a smile on everybody's face she encounters. She is a wonderful friend, she is a hard worker, and she talks a lot, but she knows when to do work. So this is for Kylie. Okay. Also, just a little, can we all just give a round of applause to Mrs. Aiken for being a wonderful Quarter 2 teacher. And how wonderful she is and everything she does for all of us. You are going back to your reading classes. Stay there until you're dismissed. Be quiet in the hallways. There are other classes finishing up. Use the stairs. You rock recipients and ACE, go to Boston Checks